Hi guys, it's Alston. In this video, we are going to learn about MeetFox. MeetFox is a GDPR compliant scheduling and a e-meeting software, and I want to create an in-depth video on it because I have been using this platform for a long time. I have hosted over 30 different meetings and I still use it for until this very day. So wanted to create an in-depth video, and I also managed to get a exclusive discount for my audience. So if you are interested and if you think this is suitable for you, you can get a better deal on MeetFox, and hopefully this is a suitable solution for you also. So in this video, I'm going to show you all the features of the platform, how to set up and use those features, and I will be also showing a live demo on our e-meeting call will look like and all the functionalities which will be available for you. Before I go into the demonstration of the tool, first I want to highlight all the features and functionalities of the MeetFox. So in case if you are pressed for time and if you want to see whether this tool is suited for you or not, with the features which I'm going to describe right now, you can get an idea to see whether MeetFox is something you are interested in it or not. Okay, let me start up with the scheduling features of MeetFox, where it allows you to create a booking page where people or your target customers can actually schedule a meeting through that particular page. Let me share the highlights of it. First, you can create a personalized booking pages depending on your need, with the ability to change the logo, profile picture and colors of the page within that itself. You can also set up this booking page on your own domain. So rather than having something like meetfox.com slash your personal page, instead you can have your own domain, something like what I have created, where meet.alstonantony.com slash whatever the meeting page, or just you can use the root domain depending on your need, depending on how you want to personally brand your page. You can customize this as much as you want. And also you can embed these booking pages within your website. You can set up this booking page as a pop-up button, inline embed, pop-up widget and all the other options as well. And you can also add team members, manage your team and also create an exclusive booking page for your team itself. So you can have a separate page for your personalized booking, and also you can have a separate booking page for a team booking or an organizational booking, kind of similar way. And also you can create both personal meetings, like one-on-one meeting. You can create a team booking meeting in a round robin functionality. So you can add multiple team members, and whenever customers are booking a meeting, it will go in a round robin way to give one meeting for each team member in a given order, so that all the meetings will be distributed within your team members. And also it allows you to create a full team meeting where you can set up a meeting when if you are creating that kind of meeting type, it will set up a meeting with all your team members and it will check all their ability, and it will only allow them to book a meeting when everyone is available during that particular time. It will give the option to the user, and the user can book essentially a meeting with the whole team itself. And also you can sync your MeetFox calendar or the availability calendar of your booking with all the other calendars like Google 365, Outlook, all the different calendar also. So in case if you have personal other tasks which you are using your personal calendar as a Google calendar, instead of just using MeetFox calendar or updating everything on MeetFox, you can combine and integrate with them. So your availability will be changing depending on your personal calendar task as well. And you can also get this meeting reminder in via both email and mobile, where both the participant and also for me where I'm having the account, it will send out meeting reminder when it comes to an email and as well as in a SMS way also. You can disable this if you want also. And especially in premium plan, in case if you don't want to use their own SMT data, for example when they are sending emails, typically it will send using MeetFox email based on a meetfox domain.com. But instead if you are wanting to send an email like from your own domain name, where you want to control the entire brand of your organization, in the premium plan they do allow the option to add your own FTP SMT detail, where you can use that to send customized emails to your participant from your own domain rather than using MeetFox domain. And one of my final point and one of my most important is that it do support automatic time zone conversion. This is really important, especially for me, where if your participants or if your target audience is coming from anywhere in the world, not just one geographical location, one of the huge pain for the audience is going to be the time zone, where we need to calculate the time zone. If I'm saying I am available during this hour in this particular time zone, I need to easily convert that and show to the user to show that these are the time zone on is or a time zone I'm available. So I essentially taken care of these headaches using MeetFox. What it does it, I just need to set up my availability according to my time zone. So when a user comes from a different geographical location into the MeetFox, it will automatically convert my time, whatever the time I have set up, and it will show that in his or her own time zone. So there is no miscommunication happening, there is no worry about the time zone differences and everything. When the user will be able to book only on the time period or zones which you have specifically mentioned. So those are the highlights of scheduling. Now let us quickly look into some of the highlights of the meeting component itself, where there is no downloading required, where you don't need to install a desktop application or something like that, where it will work on all the operating system with modern browsers like Microsoft Edge, Chrome, Firefox and everything. You just use that browser itself to start your meeting, and client or the participant of the meeting does not need to include anything or install anything before to start the meeting process itself. And you can set up various meeting like your like online call. If you want a e-meeting solution, like with the meeting to happen within the software itself, and you can use the internet and start communicating with your audience, or you can set up a meeting call like a phone call or face-to-face as well. So MeetFox does not only support you to schedule or book online meeting, but in case if you prefer like a local or a phone call, but you just want to use MeetFox as a booking option, then you can definitely create that specific meeting type and use it for other means as well. And also you can create a immediate meeting room also. For example, if you immediately want to meet a person, he hasn't done any schedules, you don't want him to send you your meeting booking page and ask him to book a time and go about it. You just got a participant and you immediately want to have a talk with him in a meeting room environment. They do provide a immediate meet link, where you just need to enter the room and send the invite link, and the participant can join within 1 minute without any preparation or scheduling needed. They can immediately join through the immediate meeting room as well. You can also share your screen during the meeting process, where the option is available for both the participant and also the presenter. Both of us can share the screen. We can stop the screen sharing whenever we want. All those options are available. You can also record your meeting if you want, where when you are creating the meeting itself, it will ask you the permission with both the participant. Because of the GDPR compliance, they will ask, and it will show throughout the meeting that this call is being recorded, and it will, once you have completed the meeting, you can both download the audio and video of that particular meeting and to a local file also. Both private messaging and chat options also will be available for both the users within MeetFox, so you can communicate during the booking sessions or during when the booking is being made, or you can even use the live chat feature within the meeting when the meeting session is active to chat with them. So if you want to send some messages or links or any info in nature, you don't need to have a separate tab, or you don't need to use a separate email software. You can just use the inbuilt chat itself to create all this information. And also you can reschedule and invite more user. If a customer sets up a meeting and in case for some reason it's not possible or something, you do have the option to cancel or even to reschedule that particular meeting in a different date. And you do have an option to add more members or more participant into the meeting where it can be confirmed. And if you are just setting up a meeting with two parties, in case if you want to invite another person into the meeting, you don't need to create a separate event. You can create invite a particular participant during that meeting session within that event itself. And also you can also create meetings which are payment oriented. For example, if you want to create a meeting which is not free, I want to charge the customer for the meeting, they do give a payment option for the meeting where they can pay for this meeting using credit card or Stripe, where it will include all the automatic invoices, custom cancellation policy. And in the paid plans of MeetFox, they do not have any transaction fees. So apart from whatever the fees your credit card company or Stripe is charging you, MeetFox for paid plan does not have any extra margin or markup for this meeting payments also. You can also integrate MeetFox with various other third-party applications also. So MeetFox is not just one centralized standalone application which can work if you want to prefer to keep everything on MeetFox, but in case if you want to add more functionality or to customize the flow within your workflow with all the different applications and software, you can use their third-party models or third-party application support to get more feature or more functionalities of MeetFox. And that is all the highlights I wanted to show you guys immediately itself. Now I will jump into the MeetFox to show all the full walkthrough of the application, and in the latter or final part of the video I will show you a live demo call, and all this will include a timestamp within the video description. So if you're only interested in specific part, feel free to jump into the time zone clip and watch the video from that point onwards. So let's go into it. First, this is the home page, and we can log into our account from this login button or directly go into app MeetFox. And you can see this is the dashboard I am presented with, where it will give me a quick link for my meeting page, and you can see I have set up my custom domain. If you haven't set up custom domain, it will be something like meetfox.com/e/Alston Antony. You can customize all these things, I will show you. And it will also show me all the meetings I have done in the past and how many times my meeting page has been visited since May 26th 2021. So I can get in all the details from here. And also this is the important section for me, where if I have any upcoming meeting scheduled with different parties, it will show all those details here. And I can also see all the past and cancelled meetings also from here. And if I click on this, it will now show me in a calendar environment for this particular event. And if I go into all of this, for example, let me show you clicking on this, and you can see I have a meeting with Arish Kumar, and it shows it's going to be a recorded meeting because I have set it up that way. It shows during which time this meeting is going to take place, and it's showing that in another 7 hours this meeting is going to be started. And I can obviously turn off the recording process if I don't want to record the meeting. So even if I set this meeting up as a recorded meeting, let's say for example for some reason I don't want to use to record anymore, I can disable this as one. It shows who are the participant. If we have multiple participant, it will show all their names along with their contact details and mobile number. And we do have the option to send a message. For example, if I click on send a message, it will directly open up here, and I can type a message and it will be automatically notified to Arish Kumar directing. For example, I might give some preparation detail for the meeting or need to send some information, so I don't need to use a separate email thread, where I can use this particular chat box or private messaging mode to keep track of all the messages between me and the participant as well. If I even want to start this particular meeting earlier time, I don't need to wait. I just can click on this, where it will appear become available 1 hour prior to scheduled meeting. So if you want to start a bit early, you can go and do that as well. And here you can see, if once the client has confirmed the meeting or when he is requesting for the meeting, they can set up a quick type of small message. For example, he is showing that walkthrough for this particular product. So whatever the message clients or the participant who's requesting this meeting types, that message will be showing here, where here now I can cancel the meeting or reschedule it. For example, for some reason this particular time is not suitable for me, I can reschedule it, and it will go to the participant to ask whether these changes are okay or not. So those are the things I can do from the dashboard, where it gives me all the overview data and as well as all the actions or all the stuff which I can do for my upcoming meeting as well. I can also create a meeting from here as well if I want. For example, if I want to create, I can schedule a meeting right now in a future time, or I can create up into a meeting room right now itself. So those are the details available. Now let me go one by one on all the other features which is available through MeetFox. The first section is going to be availability, which is one of the most important one, where if we are going into the availability and set availability, what it does it, we are defining, okay, these are the time or these are the different time period I'm available for a meeting. So I don't want my client or participant to book any time within a 24 hours given day, because I need to allocate it, going to be changing depending on all the different aspect of it. So you can see it shows the default availability, and you can see I have set up time only give option to client or participant to book a meeting within this time according to my personal time zone, which I can set up through my personal profile page. And you can see even in Monday I have given two different time zone. For example, I only allow between 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. or in Monday 4:30 p.m. to 6 p.m. So I can create multiple different with the gap also as possible. You can see I have set up all the different times, and I haven't included Sunday, which means it's going to be disabled on all my calendar booking period because I haven't done that. And you can see add availability. If I click on it, I can create a new time zone or something like that within a particular time. And if I don't want something, I just click on this trash icon, it's gone. And now I have more control over the range. Let's say, for example, how far in advance I want to make a client book with you. I want to limit the booking time. I don't want to go overboard. Then I can set up like meetings can be booked from now, or for example from 1 hour I need some preparation, or from 12 hours depending on your use case. So I can say I only want to book set meetings 12 hours from now, and you can set a maximum date also. I don't want to make a booking calendar where customers can book 6 months in advance or 3 months in advance. I just want to make it suitable like 1 month. So I can make something like 2 hours from now, and I can set it up something like I only want to give the option for the next 4 weeks. So when I click on it, now it will disable all the dates or time apart from which does not fall within this particular time criteria. So that is how you set up availability of your personal self. And if I go into the calendar, now it shows that I'm using both my primary Google Calendar, and I can set up a secondary as well as or a Outlook calendar. And you can see I have automatically connected with my personal calendar. So what it does, it automatically syncs both my Google Calendar as well as my booking schedule with MeetFox. So if I have already placed a particular task in a particular time period within my Google Calendar, it wouldn't allow that time slot to be booked using MeetFox. Even if I have set up reminders for my Google Meet calendar, whenever a meeting is upcoming and it's closer, and I will get a notification through Google Meet also. So this sync is very good, because most people would not want to get overbooked or make any confusions in that sense. So you can use Google Calendar or Microsoft Outlook calendar to set up a sync between MeetFox and that particular one. And I'm going now into the my page, where this is the page where you start customizing your personal booking page, and you can see it shows the preview as well. I can also go into the page itself. For example, if I click on it, you can see I have set up a custom domain. I will show you how to do that. But basically this is the my booking page, which it will show to all the clients or whenever I share this particular link to the user, where I have the option to control the page title of this. I can change the page description of it, and if I open up the link details, now I have the option to change the link detail. For example, rather than mentioning Alston Antony, I want to mention something else. I can change that, and here is where you change your own custom domain. For example, if I click on here, you can see I am using my own meet.alstonantony.com. You can use alstonantony.com or any of your personal domain to connect it. This is not mandatory. For example, if you haven't just creating an account, it will have something like meetfox.com, and the page will be like meetfox.com/en Alston Antony. So if you don't care about having a link like that, you don't need to mess around this. But if you want to customize the URL of your meeting page, like adding your own domain, which is really easy, just add your own domain and create a Cname record within your particular DNS record provider, or just contact them. They will guide you. For example, they have created a detailed chat, or you can have a chat with us or book a setup free call. They do provide onboard call for all the paid customers as well. So you can set up customize the link or add the Cname for your personal booking page from here. If I go into the images section, now I can control all the different images which is available within my booking pages, including profile picture, logo, and favicon. For example, I'm not doing a good job with my logo and favicon. I'm just using the profile picture, but you just need to create an image on PNG or JPG format in 200 to 200 pixel, and can just upload it and it will automatically change for you. And color option is where if you want to have a different color into this, you can change the color and you can use it. So those are the my page customization. You have the immediate preview of that particular page here, so you can get a preview of the URL, image, all the different text and everything. And if you click on the mobile, now it will show you how it will look on a mobile devices. So if a person is visiting this particular page from a mobile device, how it will look like. And I can also copy this link directly from here as well. So that is what it allows you to customize your own my meeting pages. Now let me go into the meeting pages where I have created a page of my booking. Now I can create different sort of meetings I can allow the user. That is a cool thing. For example, if you notice in my booking page, I just don't have one meeting. I have separate different meeting depending on the requirement. For example, I have created an online meeting with a quick free meeting like a brainstorming session or a free session I want to do for someone else. I do have a separate meeting where I have mentioned this is a recorded meeting. So it shows it's an online meeting, what is the time allocated, and it shows that these are meetings where it will be recorded. It's for GDPR consent, and also informing your participant, like if you pick this meeting, this is going to be a 40 minutes meeting where the meeting is going to be recorded. I do have a separate section where this is for client onboarding. So I do have a digital agency, so when I'm doing a client onboarding, I'm giving more prioritization for them. So I have created a separate one, and I have mentioned that this is only for clients who are signed up with this. And finally, I do have a separate meeting for a digital consultation project where this is a chargeable separate meeting. So that is what you can do from here. Rather than creating one type of meeting, you can create multiple different meetings. You can see all the different meetings are here, and I can create a different meeting type from here. If I click on it, it gives me three different options. One, I can create a personal one-on-one meeting, which is all of these. Or I can create a round robin where if you have multiple team members, I will show you team members here, but if you have multiple team members, whenever a participant or a client books a meeting, you don't want to send all the meeting to one person. You just want to give one meeting, one for each of your team members. So go in a round robin order. you can set up that meeting as well. And collecting meeting is where you want to create a meeting and you want to set up that meeting with all your team members. So what happens here is like it will check for availability of all your team members, and it will only allow the users to book a meeting where all of them are available during a particular time period. So if you want to set up a collective meeting, you just click on this. So once you picked up your meeting, depending on the meeting type, it will ask you more details regarding it. For example, it's asking what do I want to create, for example video demo or something like that, and I can set up a location. Like here it's I'm setting what I'm going to do. For example, it's asking whether do I want to do a video meeting via MeetFox, or do I want to use an external tool, because they do support third-party integrations like Google Meets and everything. I will show all the available one in bit more later part of the video. But if you want to have the meeting on an external tool, I can give that link and give the link for the external meet or book a meeting or whatever the link you want to give. Or it can be an in-person meeting. You can see if I want to give an address to the user to come for the in-person meeting face to face, I can have a different description. And if I want to give a phone call, I can give a different particular description as well. In this case, I'm just going to use the video MeetFox, and here I can give a description. Description is what it's going to be showing here. For example, if I want to create something like this is a test demo, I can do that, and I can set up the duration here. For example, duration is just for your own convenience. Even if you set up a meeting, if the meeting goes over the specified description, it wouldn't stop immediately. You have the control over to when to stop, but just for the user's sake of it, just to get an idea, or you want to mention that this is going to be this particular time, you have the control as well. You can set up the duration in both hours, and also it will give you a minutes option as well. For example, if you want to charge for this meeting, you can set up the price here. For example, it's asking will you charge for the meeting, so including that I can give this. And before doing that, I should have set up all my payment options within my MeetFox calendar options itself, then it will work. In this case, I'm just going to create a free meeting, so I've turned off, and you can see those options have been disabled. Now I'm going into the availability, and it automatically now uses the default calendar which I have set up. But in case if I want to create a custom schedule for this particular meeting type, then I obviously can change that as well. For example, if I disable this, you can see I can customize all the time on different sections, so I get more control over the meeting section as well. Now for the sake of this example, I'm going to turn this on and click on advanced setting, where now I get bit more advanced settings regarding it. For example, show on the booking page. Do I want to show this meeting type in a booking page, or I just want to create a private meet where I just can invite users, specifically giving this link, where rather than allowing anyone to book this kind of a meeting, I can do that. And you can see display start time based on what. So we get also break between meetings. So what is the break amount? Booking form, for example, if I create a different booking form rather than just this booking form, I can create and assign this for this. And reminder, when do I want to send a reminder for this particular meeting? So I have set up one external confirmation. So once the booking is confirmed, rather than showing a MeetFox confirmation page, if I want to set up send them to a custom confirm page, let's say I have created a personalized custom confirm page within my website, and I want to redirect all the users to that particular page, I can do that, and I can change the color as well. And you can see this shows the meeting link. So if I want to change that, I can do that. And I can also make this as a record video call. If I want, I can do that, and it shows whether do I want to get the recording where both audio and video is separate, where it will be on MKA and MKV format, or I do want to get a combined of both audio and video in a MP4 format. So whichever the option you prefer, you can choose that. For example, in this case, I'm going to do this and click on save. You can now see, now I have created an event. You can see inside here it shows a video demo is created. I can also directly invite participant by to this particular event page from giving this particular URL itself. And I have also option to edit this, view the page, duplicate it, embed this particular meet itself in a web page. That is also possible. Now if I go into my booking page and let me refresh this particular page, you will see this meeting type as well. For example, let me also show you from a private browser, so you know that it's not a logged in stuff. This is how it will look like for the visitors of your booking page itself. So I have gone into the booking page. Let me wait it till this to load. During the video recording process, usually my internet is a bit slow, and you can see this is how it will look like for your visitors. So I'm coming here and clicking on video demo, and once that is clicked, it will show the schedule availability depending on how I set it up. For example, I'm going to pick 7th, and it shows that I have only this particular time available during that time, because I have already booked during that time process. So if the user clicks on 8, now it shows, okay, these are the available time during 8. If I click on 9, you can see all that. So depending on the time, it changes. So if I'm booked, or if the time has already passed, or if the period on the date range is passed, it won't show for the user. So depending on that, it shows for it. It automatically shows the time zone. It automatically converts to the target person. For example, if a person is visiting this page from a United States, it will convert and show. If a person is visiting it from India, it will convert the time and show for them, and choose whatever the time they are interested on it. Click on it, it gives the option to next, and now the participant or the person who is willing to create this event can add more detail. For example, they can say video demo person, let's put something like makes sense, John Smith. Smith is here, and they can provide an email address, where this email address will be used for all the communication, confirmation emails, or the messaging related to that. For example, in this case, I'm going to do Antony, Alston Antony at outlook.com. This is my secondary email, so I'm just going to use that as well. If the participant want, let's say, SMS reminder, or just want to give the phone number as well, it's optional for them, so they can provide if they want for this particular one. So if the participant want to add a new participant, let's say for example I want to invite another person also, they can do this from here. And finally, they do give the agree to terms and policy, like the data policy defined. All this is specifically for to stay relevant with the how the data is handled, and also for the GDPR compliance as well. The customers can learn about it by clicking on this link. It will open up the terms and services. They can read through it, and it's taking some time to load, and it will load up their terms and service, and you can get a better idea on it. And once this is done, they just need to click on next, and you can see it shows the final message on all the participant, what is the time, and gives us an option to leave a comment. So for example, I am booking this event to test for the video, something like this. They have the option to type up to 1000 characters, and once this is done, they click on confirm. And I haven't set up external confirmation page, so it's just going to say give me a MeetFox confirmation page itself. So it's showing me a pending meeting where I have when accepted the meeting. I can set it up to automatically accept all the meetings, or I can set it up to say that I want to personally see the meeting details, and do I want to accept it or not. And if you notice some of the details here where it's shown who I am going to meet with, I can have the reschedule option also. So if the client set up this meeting and for some reason he is not able to make it, he is obviously can reschedule it, and it will come for me for confirmation. And you can notice this point where it shows a green icon here. The reason is I'm active in another page where I'm currently available on MeetFox. So it shows that the person is currently online on MeetFox. So if I click on here, it can just act as a direct way to send a private message or a live chat to the person. For example, this is a message from visitor and press enter, and I have sent a message from this side of here. For example, let me minimize that. If I go into the app right now, and you can see it automatically opened up a pop-up message showing that there is a message from this particular person, so I can get an idea on it. And here is that option to automatically accept all the meeting requests. Now if I go into the home page, you will see a pending meeting request where it's not approved like here, because I can decide whether do I want to approve it. If I click on the details, it's showing that the name, the type, and what is the meeting they picked up, and what are the participant name and their email, and the booking message for it. Here I can reject it, accept it, or reschedule it. And also now it shows that even the John is also available, which means he has still not existed the browser. Even if they existed, it will show a grayish icon, but the message you sent here will be go out to them in a notification via the email they have provided here. It will go to that person. So if I want to respond here itself, like okay, I will confirm or something like that, and if I open up the private browser, you can see it automatically goes to that person and shows that there is a message received. So I can immediately chat with the user also. And let me close this tab, and here I can accept or reject. Let me show you accept, and I can accept this meeting, and you can see it is now meeting status has been changed to accept. If I go into the details, it shows all the different stuff. If I want to reschedule it, I can click on it. I can reschedule in a different time according to my need, or I can simply cancel the meeting, and I can give a cancel, for example, testing purpose, and let me cancel this meeting. So automatically that meeting is cancelled. So that is how easily you can manage a meeting, create a meeting, and ask the participant to meet. Let me quickly go and remove this demo purpose also, because this is one of the meeting page I personally use, so I don't want to confuse the user. Now let me go into the booking forums, where I have the option to set up a booking forum. Like I want to ask some predefined questions to the user. I want to set up, if it's a like this is really good for lead generation or to understand your customers bit better, so you can do research before starting a call itself. So if you want to do something like that, you can create a form and ask the questions. You can add more questions. Unfortunately, there is no different question type like select and everything is like a text box based questions. And you can create a new booking form also, so you can have multiple different booking form, and for different meetings you can assign a different booking forum. So depending on that, they can answer the questions they want. So that is what booking forum does. You can also see the explanation here. Email, if I go to email, this is where it shows how the confirmation email will look like. You can see typically the emails are going from no reply at MeetFox, but if I want to add my own SMT detail, I just need to click on here, and you can see it shows this email. Do I want this email to, because I have created my account with this email address, so it's automatically asking do I want to use this. If I click on it, I can set up my own SMTP detail. So instead of going with no reply at MeetFox, it will use my personal domain to send this email, and this confirmation email will look like this option. It shows it and the name will be dynamically changed with that person name, and shows that it is confirmed, and give the detail for this. And I can add a final confirmation message as well. For example, in this example, I am using like this will be a e-meeting, thank you and looking forward to talking with you. So just a quick personalized message you can set up for customers as well. Now if I go into the contact section of it, now it will show all the people who I have set up a meeting in the past, I can get their details. So immediately I can see all the different people who are I personally have talked with it, and their email address, and I will also see their phone numbers, and I can also download all this record in a custom CSV data as well. If I open up one of this test record, it shows that what was the meeting type I had, at what time it was taken place, what was the duration, and what was the status, whether it was cancelled or finished. So I can easily get an idea and records of that person. So I know when the meeting place took place, what was the duration of the meeting, and also status of the meeting. And if I click on it, I can delete the entry also. So this also keeps the records of all the leads which you did, and also the status of all the different meetings you did also. So that is what contact does. And meeting room is the section where you go directly into a meeting room. So for example, rather than having any schedule or something like that, I just directly want to meet a client, I come into this place and copy this link and give it to the client, and they can join instantly. And I can personally join this meeting room instantly by clicking on this join button. It will open up a meeting room. I will show you more details on live chat, but basically you should give your personal name which you want to display to the user, and you can immediately connect and start the video call. Unfortunately, I can't show you because I'm already using my web camera and my microphone to record this video. I don't want to create any confusion, but it's simple as that. And you can create a separate room and you can control the participant. Let's say it allows up to 16 different participants for the room, especially for the paid plans. So if I want to create a room where I want to invite 16 different people, I can do that. In this room, you can see I have just made it to make only 2 people to come and join, so another person can't join in. So depending on my need, I can set up a room quickly and start a immediate meeting room as well. If I go into the payment section now, here's where I can set up my personal payment information. Like I want to use my own payment, and I can activate Stripe or pay upon invoice receipts. I can set up auto generate. To be honest, I don't personally use MeetFox into this. Instead, I prefer to use my own project management. I have a separate system for my digital agency, so I prefer to use my own local invoice. If you want to use a inbuilt option with payments on MeetFox, they do provide. So it's depend on your personal preference which one do you want to use. And you can set up a currency, and you can select sales tax type here, and also cancellation policy. They do offer free cancellation policy, flexible cancellation policy, depending on the time, medium, strict. So depending on what kind of policy you want to occupy, you can choose and select whatever the details you want. And the integrations as well, now it shows all the different ways to make MeetFox works with all other platforms as well. For example, it shows all the ways where I can add MeetFox to my website. If I click on it, it shows do I want a pop-up button or inline embed or pop-up widget. In this case, let me click on pop-up widget, and it will show a preview on how it will look like on my personal website. So if it's a personal website or my business website, and I want to allow users to book a meeting from that website itself, where it will automatically embed this kind of button, it shows the here, and it will open up pop-up. I can customize the button color, text and byte, name and photo, and just copy paste this code into my website, and it will automatically embed that. I do have inline embed as well. So within my web page itself, I want to show this booking form, I can do that. Or pop-up button, if you want to make a button clickable, you just want to make something like that, just do this and automatically it will do. I personally don't use this feature. I directly give my link. I don't want to share my link publicly. Only for the people I want to have meeting with me, I set it up and send my direct link, like meetfox.alston.antony.com/ whatever the link, I directly send to them directly. So we have other option as well to connect with WordPress, Wix, for email signature, what are the things you want for communication. Let's say for example, I want to use something like Zoom for external communication, I can set up that as well. Calendar, it shows both Google and Outlook as well. Social, it shows what are the other social sharing, what are the things you want to use. Payments, what do you want to do. Let's say for example you want to interact with other apps as well, you can use Zapier to set up automation. So when a meeting is done or confirmed, do this step also. It opens up an infinite number of possibilities depending on your personal need. And you have a couple more other options, like do you want to send SMS reminder. If I click on it, I can set up SMS reminder option from here, where I can set up my phone number and I can select this tick, and it will send a SMS reminder for the phone icon, phone also. I can customize my own domain as I have done. From using this, I can create your own booking and add your own SMT details from here as well. The final section for this meeting, the MeetFox feature, is going to be team, where if you want to control the theme, and you can see, you can set up a team name and it shows the plan and what is it. For example, I'm not using team features, but I'll just show you some of the examples on what you look like. If I go into the manage team page, now I can create a separate page for my team. So I have so far showed a personal page, but if I want to create a separate team page where it's not personal, I want to create a branded organizational page, I can set up a separate team page, give a description, link details, you can see custom link details, images, all these things. So similar to whatever the things we saw on the personal page, we can create do that, but it removes the profile picture. So instead of my picture, I could put something like a brand or my company logo or something like that, and create a separate team page also. And if I go into the members here, now I can create more members, add them into my plan. For example, every new member will be a separate MeetFox client. So if I want to add a new member, it shows that what is the plan currently I am on. It shows what will be the premium plan price for a different user. So it gives you all the data and as well usage. For example, I'm not using this, so I haven't set up any of this, but these are the team new features. Now let's quickly see our live call using the MeetFox application will look like. So everyone can start joining into a live call directly from using this booking call, where you can have this link and you can start during that process, or you can join a live call directly from a meeting room where you just give your name. For example, let me quickly show you if it allows me to do that. Alston, Antony or something like that. I can give my name here. Click on continue. It's asking me for permission of both microphone and as audio. I can change up it. I'm not going to do right now because it will mess up my recording session right now, which I'm actually doing. So you just give out the permission and just click on join now, and you will be joined with this particular meeting itself. Now let's see how the meeting will look like, and hope that helps you. Okay guys, so now we are going to see how a live demonstration of a call is going to be, and for that purpose I invited Yuri from MeetFox to show a small demo on how the other side of the screen will look like, because I also wanted not just to show you the booking part or the features and everything, but our live call will be there, and what kind of functionalities you will be able to see from your end, and whatever the controls you are seeing right now on my end is going to be showing for Yuri or the other participant also. If you have multiple person, and this controls is going to be showing for every single one of them. So just wanted to quickly show a demonstration of how that is going to feel and what kind of options are there for you. So Yuri, can you hear us?
Yeah, can hear you clearly. Thank you for having me on.
Okay, thank you so much, because it will be weird without doing another person on the end and doing the call testing. So let me explain few things for you guys. If you see the screen, we are at the top left side of the corner is where we will see the name of Yuri, and whenever Yuri starts talking, can you speak a few words?
Here are a few words.
Okay, and you can see that microphone automatically will show that is actually talking into that. So that small indicator shows the sound is coming from their end, and also it will show their signal quality, like if they are on a bad connection or what is the network connection. We can keep an eye on it, and if you see on this side of the screen, this section shows what is my connection quality. So in case if someone is having some network slowness or something like that, you can immediately get an idea from this side as well. And you can see at the center where it's mentioning that this meeting is being recorded. The main reason is, as I showed you in the features, we can set up whether do you want to record a meeting or not. If you say that want to keep the recording on, because of all the GDPR regulations and they want to show all the consent from the users and everything, this message will be there. So all the participants will know that this meeting is recorded and everything. In case if you are not recording this particular message, you won't be able to say this particular this meeting is being recorded. So just a good indicator to show that we can see that as well. And if we look at the bottom with the gear sign, we can click on it and change our camera settings. Like, do we want to change the different camera, audio input, or the different stuff? If you want to change into a different devices, you can do that obviously. And the standard controls after that, for example, we can mute the button mic and to stop the speaker and everything. We can turn off the camera anytime we want. If we click on it, you can see my screen is disabled on this side. And share is where we can use that to share our this particular desktop screen. Let me share this desktop and quickly show you how it will look like for this particular example. And Yuri, you are seeing my screen right now, right?
Yes.
Okay, and okay, it shows that you are sharing your screen, so it's a visual indicator showing that I'm still sharing my screen with Yuri. And if I want to stop share, I just need to click on the stop sharing and it's gone. And we do have a chat option also. So for example, if you want to send some links, messages, details or something like that, you don't need to go to external solutions or send it on an email or something like that, where this chat is there, where if I say something like send a message to that, this message is going to go to all the participants of that particular meeting call, and Yuri actually can reply to that message also. Can you send something? And thank you. And we can see that reply message. So that is how we can have the call. And if we during that meantime, if we want to send some messages also, we can do that from here. And since this meeting is currently being recorded, once this meeting is finished, we will also get the download file for this, and I will show that as well as how to download that as well. And apart from that, there is only one button left, which is the leave section, where I don't want to close out the meeting right now. And though that is how the live meeting process works. Like, just wanted to show you guys how it works and it's in. And Yuri, do you have any final words before we end this recording?
Yeah, let me also add that you can share files securely here. So links, anything really, it stays in the chat, so you don't need to worry about your conversation being leaked.
Thank you so much, Yuri, for this, because it is really helpful to show the real example. So that is how the entire MeetFox platform works. I have showed you all the highlights of it. I showed you all the features and functionalities of the product, and as well as how a live demo call as well. So I hope this video was useful. If you are interested in this platform, feel free to check it out. They do have a restricted free plan. I have also managed to get an exclusive discount code for my audience, so if you are interested, you can check out the product using this code. Once again, thank you so much for checking out this video, and I hope to see you guys in another great video. Until then, cheers and take care.